his heels the whole time.
Yeah, he reminded us that anything is possible. He came up a little short, no pun intended, but he almost won that title, and that would have changed the whole landscape and plans for Keon Pearson. Sometimes losing is the best thing. Andrea Shaw got beat at the Rising Phoenix. She didn't like the way it tasted, and she came back and she won her 6th Olympia. Keon's gonna have some adjusting to do, because I think he's the #1 bodybuilder on the planet. But yesterday he showed us that he is beatable.
Yes.
It is not gonna be an easy road for him.
Right.
When he's 100%, I think he is the best, but he leaves 2% open, he can get beat by anybody.
And with him going into Prague, I mean, that's going to allow him to gather more data as to what it would look like him competing in the open division. You know, there's going to be some very big athletes there, such as a Michael Krizzle. This guy has a ton of muscle that he's going to find out his own recipe in the open division if he decides to make that jump.
Sure.
Now, to go back to somebody with a flawlessly structured, symmetrical physique, Sean Ray.
Yeah, thank you.
When you were up against the taller guys carrying into the 30, 40, 50 pounds of mass,
Right.
what did you do to make yourself known on stage?
I think, like Phil, I just concentrated on what I could handle. Like, I knew they were there, but I could only control this.
That's right.
So I wasn't gonna outmass them. I wasn't gonna grow a couple of inches. I just had to focus on what I'm good at. My presentation, my mandatory poses, not blinking, not being afraid, and that elevated my confidence. It came across on stage, and I hope it influenced the judges. It wasn't enough to make up for the size difference. They were 5 inches taller, 60 pounds heavier. I was okay with that. I was beating everybody else, and I was okay with that.
Well, guys, tonight in the action, we've got 4 classes, 4 divisions. Bikini, we had a lot of Olympia champions on that stage going up against each other. And we had the return of Maureen Blanquisco.
Yes, and you know what? I'm a fan of all of them, right? And it's so hard to really decipher like who's really going to take it home, and that's why we have the finals, you know. And you know, shout out to all the competitors. You know, a lot of buzz was happening after the expo.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people. My texts were. I mean, my phone was blowing up. They were like, Phil, like, what do you think? What do you think? I'm like, I don't know. And even if I gave you a prediction, I'm probably going to be wrong.
Yeah, especially when it comes to bikini.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, literally the top 10 girls can rotate. I'm not 100% certain what they look for, but Maureen coming back throws a whole monkey wrench in the whole program. And, of course, Laura Lee is phenomenal. And what can you say about Ashley Kaltwasser? I mean, someone's got to win, but to me, they're all winners.
Yes.
Well, and I just heard in my ear here, I got an earpiece tonight,
Yeah.
fellas. Wellness last night, Eduarda Becerra.
Yes.
Amazing.
She was a knockout, and I think they got the decision right there.
Yeah.
There was some very minute things, because again, just like bikini, they are all so amazing at this level that you really have to work hard to pick them apart.
Yeah, and weren't we looking for a comeback from one of the girls, Shanique Grant? Wasn't she supposed to be someone that was going to make
Yeah,
a
I was
splash?
wondering about that,
I
too.
didn't see her at the finals.
You know, much like Missy Trescott, it takes a time to determine from what class you're transferring over into how to dial yourself in for that class.
Right.
I talked to Missy today and figure she was very pleased. She was upbeat and said, you know what, my first time, I feel good where I was, I feel good about what I brought to the stage, and I'm ready to just dial it in and get closer to the top.
And that's what champions do. You know, they collect that data. They don't take it super personal. And they go back in the gym and they work on it and make it personal going into next year's Olympia.
100%.
Missy is a champion, we all know that, but she needed that experience on that stage in a different category to then go back home, rest up, and then draw out that game plan and then execute it. And I have no doubt that she'll be back.
And once again, Phil, there's a difference in qualifying for the Olympia and competing in the Olympia.
Yes.
And you can win a qualifier anywhere and look phenomenal. You get here against the best in the world, you might be starting at the bottom, working your way back up to the top.
Now, Phil, on Primetime Muscle, there's a phrase that Tarek obviously stole from Sean Ray, now that I heard him say it.
Yes.
Time to lose some followers.
Lose some followers.
So let's talk
Okay.
about classic physique.
Well, the classic physique, we know Mike Sommerfeld is the story. That's the reason they reweighed themselves, they reheighted themselves, and I heard that he struggled to do both. I mean, the height was an issue. I heard he was 5'9", heard he was 5'7", created a lot of a conversation, shed some light on it, but he did not let us down at the prejudging. I mean, he looks every bit as formidable as he was a year ago as he is now. So with all the talk and all the interest around it, Mike delivered.
Now, Ramon Dino, I saw
yeah.
him 2 weeks ago at Derek Lunsford's gym in St. Pete.
Yes.
He looked incredible.
Absolutely, and what I was really impressed with was how he actually transitioned in his posing, and then also the leg development. He always had that roundness in his quads, but from the rear, they were kind of narrow. That's not the case this time.
Yeah.
And that helped with his back double bicep. That even helped with his back relax, and that's what you want. You want to go back to the drawing board, figure it out, look at who is that, you know, front runner, such as Mike, and say, you know what? I can do that. I don't mean I have to be bigger than him. I just got to be a little bit better than I previously was.
Right, he had a water retention issue last year that wiped him right out of the thing. This time around,
No.
he might win this competition.
Well, Terrence Ruffin looked amazing. Bring on.
Not just amazing. Terrence Ruffin is there, and then there's everyone else. He is a different, unique specimen. And when he poses tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, Terrence and so many others. We had some great guys making their way to the top. Josema from Spain. It's going to be an amazing final, and I'm really excited to see where Matt Grego ends up.
Yes.
Niall Darwin. There's some amazing guys in 5 through 10.
Very interesting combinations of where they're going to wind up. Very unlike the open bodybuilding, which we're going to get to. But the classic physique, I think there's a battle to be had, and we are not sure who's going to walk away with that one.
Well, again, if you don't have the pay-per-view, if you're one of the hundreds of thousands around the world watching on YouTube right now, thank you for joining us. You can get that pay-per-view. This is going to shut off in a little bit. OlympiaProductions.com. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to talk about men's physique. We're going to welcome in someone with us, and then we're going to talk about the Open when we come back.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-Tech Pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength. And we are back at the 2025 Olympia. Joe Weider's Olympia Fitness and Performance Weekend, brought to you by our friends at NewTek Strength Equipment and Integral Medica. Guys, we're joined by a special guest tonight, Rich Hernandez. Pretty impressive resume. Holds some push-up records, known in motivation as the Mexican David Goggins.
That is awesome.
4,000 push-ups in a row?
That's right. So I've done 4,000 unbroken push-ups before. That's my record. Right now, I'm doing the hardest push-up challenge in the world, where I do one set every day. The reps go up by 5. Literally, right before I came on this stage, I did 1,420 in my hotel room.
Talk about a pump for a Saturday night.
That was about 5 more
That's
than
like
I've
what we
done
did.
in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you want to get pumped up before you go out, kicking it with your friends and stuff. It's like, don't mess with this guy. You know, you got a lot more work to do.
That's that pre-beach workout you
Exactly.
do.
I was asking him earlier, Rich, how long does it take for you to do that many push-ups?
It all depends. I live stream every day, so I've been able to build community around all of this. I got 100,000 to 400,000 people that join me every single day. When I turn off the chat, I get it done in 49 minutes.
Right.
I can move pretty quickly, so it could be 28 push-ups per minute, Or if I have the chat on and we get some conversations or some trolls in there, it might take an hour and a half.
Trolls? What are we talking about? Trolls?
People talking
Don't
smack.
say-
Hey, man,
don't
that's
say-
only 1,000.
Yeah, while he's eating chips and dip.
And talking smack.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people at home going, that wasn't all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that all the time. I hear 000. I hear unk. I hear a lot of things. I hear everything.
So this is your first Olympia. What do you think?
First Olympia, I am blown away. So I grew up in LA, lived near Venice Beach, so always
Yes.
adjacent to the fitness community. But I've never been to an Olympia, and I am blown away. They say on the website, I read that the best of the best meet here in Olympia. So I'm honored just to be here and be a spectator.
I like to do this because I like to gaslight and pump you up.
Sure.
So I said, Rich, do you have any guys that you really like in this group? Who's your favorite nowadays? He says, I'm more of an old school guy. The pros from the golden era like Sean Ray.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that, Rich.
that's
Thanks,
what I
brother.
said. I said that off camera.
You must have seen me do 2 or 3 push-ups in my time. I got good form.
So what'd you think of the expo?
Oh, the expo is great. It's crazy how many people come together. I went to the show in the morning,
Yeah.
and one thing that I was blown away by is you always see this stuff on TV. You see all the great physiques, but when you see it here in person, it adds a whole new dimension. Like I was sitting 5 rows back, and everybody looked like a bronze statue.
Yes.
It's the amount of, I'm an elite endurance athlete, and I know how much work and how much effort has gone into this, and there was nothing but respect and appreciation for these athletes.
Yeah, it reminds me when I played football as a kid, and then I got to the high school level in that high school stadium, and then I went to watch a college game, and then you watch the pros, and you see the difference of how much more intense it gets.
Oh yeah, blown away. I'm gonna come back. And by the way, if you guys are sitting out there and you've never been to an event like this, absolutely make the trip. Come out here. This is my first time. I got a fresh perspective. Totally worth it.
Did you watch all 3 divisions this morning?
No, not all of them. The classic.
Watch the classic. So, do you have some favorites? What'd you think of those top 4 guys?
They all look great. They all look great. I don't want to pick a favorite. I don't want to piss anybody off, especially.
That's what we do here.
I don't want to lose any followers. We're supposed to lose
Yeah,
followers
we're going to
here.
lose followers and we're going to gain some a week later after everybody calms down.
Right.
Mike was great. I was looking at Mike, and Mike is like, perfect.
So your website is Do Hard Things 365.
Yeah, so what I try to preach there, it's you be the best version of yourself. Like, that's ultimately what I'm about. Literally, like, a lot of people are going to roll their eyes, but literally, I want to level up humanity. Fundamentally, that's what I want to do. And I encourage people to show up for themselves every day. I have these things called the 3 commandments. Do something hard every day.
Yep.
Get 1% better. Do it for a long time. That's it. Those are the commandments. And the people that have been following along, they've been leveling up in big ways. I got Lily out in North Carolina who sent me a message the other day. She's like, Rich, I used to sit in my bed and scroll on Netflix, and now all I want to do is push-ups. I want to do planks. She can hold a 1-hour plank.
Awesome.
She used to go by Lily the Gamer.
That is insane.
She's now Lily the Warrior, and she can hold a 1-hour plank.
He's got a 4-hour plank record.
That's bananas. I'm already tired.
No, thank you.
Let's get back to watching the bodybuilders.
When it comes to guys and their internet handles, when it's Mike Sommerfeld, he goes by Mike the Badass. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yep. Hey, the name fits.
Ramon Dino, if you throw any shade on Ramon, and I love
Oh,
Ramon,
the Brazilians are going to come for you.
you're going to get dinosaurs in your
Yeah.
social media for days.
And the Iranians, man, they love to support their athletes, and I appreciate that.
Oh, Hadi and Beirut,
Yes, they
Sasso,
support
yeah.
the guys. I love it.
It's
And
hardcore.
you have to have that, right? Like, people just think that it's just in America. It is not. It is in Brazil. It is in Iran. It is throughout the Middle East.
Yeah.
It is in different parts of the world. And thank God that we get to see these incredible athletes. You know what's really impressive is the fact that these athletes, such as Hadi and Beirut, they have to go through tremendous adversity because of the world's climate.
Yeah.
Just to get here, just to be able to train and then think, I'm training every day with just a hope of getting a call from the embassy to say, go.
Yeah.
I know with Hadi and with Beirut, it's literally like you get the call and you got to get on the plane right then.
Very stressful.
That's a lot of stress, and I just am so happy that they're competing at this Mr. Olympia contest. So I was actually able to see, I know we talked about it yesterday, to see Beirut, actually work out and pose and stuff like that. This guy, you're going to watch a guy that's so full and so excited. He is happy to be here, but he is definitely eager to compare himself to the best in the world.
Well, you're going to see something tonight because you didn't see Open prejudge last night. They have to do something even harder. You've got to